Hey guys, welcome back to Northern California Living. I am Abillano. I am your East Bay real estate resource, and today we are going to be talking about the home buying process. And if you are new here, this is part of a series, a home buying series, where I go through each step of the way of home buying. At this point, you already know that you are ready to buy. You have talked to some type of representation, whether it's a real estate agent or a real estate attorney. You have talked to a lender or a bank, and you have already gotten your pre-approval, and you understand the loan type that you are going to have and how much money that you need to have saved. Now is the actual time that we are going to start looking for homes. So before you jump into every single open house every weekend, I want to walk you through how to shop smart in California. And I'm also going to tell you what to pay attention to, what are some red flags, and so that way you don't waste your own time and your own money. Okay, so where should you be searching for your homes? So of course, the most common places are Zillow, Realtor.com, Redfin, Homes.com, and there's also your own agent's MLS portal. One thing you do need to know is that Zillow and Redfin are just tools, but they're not any type of legal sources. So the multiple listing service, the MLS, is the most beneficial tool and portal to use when you're home buying. And the reason that be is because they're going to have the most accurate price change. They're going to have the quickest status update. They're going to have the disclosure, the days on market, and even the offer deadlines. Your agent's portal, which it could be several different types, is going to be your main focal point, main source of what you should be looking at when home buying or searching for a home. Now, understanding the listing price in California, and this is where in California it can get tricky. So the list price does not equal the market value. In some markets, homes are priced below value to create bidding wars, and in other markets, homes are priced above value and then they sit. So your agent should help you understand whether the list price is strategic, what comparable homes are actually selling for, and how aggressive you need to be. Never assume if it's listed for $600,000 that it's what it's worth. So California, the listing price is just the starting point. Now, creating your must-haves and your nice to have list. So your needs and your wants. So before touring homes, you need to absolutely create this list. So an example of what a must have is, these are basically your non-negotiables. And examples of these are number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, the commute distance, the school district, yard or no yard, single story versus multi-story. Now, these are the wants, which is the nice to have. These are bonuses. So an example of this is an updated kitchen, open floor plan, pool, a large garage, and solar. So those lists can be it could be part of your must-haves, just depending on your price range. So here's the truth. You'll rarely get everything that you want in California unless your budget is extremely high. The goal is to find a home that checks off all the must-haves and most of your nice-to-haves. Now, touring homes. So this is what you should be paying attention to. So when you're touring homes, you need to slow down and observe these things. So pay attention to the big stuff, which is roof condition, foundation cracks, water stains, windows, electrical panel, plumbing, HVAC system. Cosmetic issues can be fixed. Structural and system issues can be more expensive. Another thing to do is pay attention to that neighborhood. So let's say noise levels, the parking, the traffic, proximity to freeways, power lines, nearby businesses, flood zones, or fire zones. You're not just buying a house, you are buying that location. Red flags that buyers should never ignore. Here are some red flags that should make you pause. Strong odors. Heavy air fresheners may be covering mold, pet damage, and even smoke damage. Fresh paint in one area, this can sometimes indicate water damage and repairs after leaks. Foundation cracks or sloping floors. Small cracks are normal. Large cracks or uneven floors need professional evaluation. No disclosures available. In California, sellers are required to provide disclosures. If they're missing or delayed, that is a concern. As is without transparency. As is doesn't mean bad, but it does mean that they may not make any repairs prior to close, and the buyer is going to take on that risk. So make sure that inspections are negotiated into your contract. Open houses versus private showings. Here's how to use these strategically. Open houses, they're great for initial exposure. They're good for seeing multiple homes quickly, and you are limited ability to ask deep questions. Now, private showings, more time to explore, more honest conversations, and it's easier to picture yourself living there. If you're serious about a property, always follow up with a private showing. Understanding days on market, and days on market can tell you a lot about a home. So this is going to help you understand what the shopping experience is going to be like in your area. So if your area has low days on market, it means it's going to be competitive and possibly underpriced and multiple offers most likely. If your market has high days on the market, it means the homes are overpriced. There may be condition issues, and the seller may actually be flexible. So your agent will help you decide whether you need to act fast or you have room to negotiate. And in California, timing and strategy matters just as much as the price. Emotional control while shopping. This is an important part. House shopping can feel exciting, overwhelming, emotional, and it can be discouraging. You may lose out on homes, write multiple offers, feel tempted to overpay. My advice is to trust the process and the numbers. A home should be improving your life and not creating financial stress. So when you know that house is the one, a home might be the one if it fits your budget, it meets your must-haves, the location works long-term, you're comfortable with the condition, the numbers make sense, it doesn't have to be perfect, it has to be right. So thank you guys for watching and joining me on this California home buying series. And in the next video, we have video 8, and we're going to be talking about reading and understanding the disclosures. So this is an important part because you may be going over that process and reading the disclosures right before you're writing an offer. And sometimes you might be reading that disclosures while you're in contract. So we will talk about that. So if you find this video helpful, please leave a like. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comments below. And if you've bought a home before, I'd love to hear your experience and kind of like, you know, the positives and even your regrets, because I have regrets as a home buyer before. So I love to hear it. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.